Hey there! So you've heard about the long strands, but you want to know a little bit more? Well, I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. When you have students who are struggling, whether they're served by special education, 504, ELL, RTI, or none of the above but are still struggling, how do you decide where to focus your instruction? Our curriculum is complex. There are over 1,500 standards to learn in the first 6 years of school. And sometimes it can feel like we're just rolling dice or throwing darts when it comes to instructing our students who struggle. When we're determining IEP goals, 504 plans, or focused instructional goals, we have to consider all of the standards. But we could consider them in a certain order. So let's practice this concept and see what your decision-making process would be. Let's say we're considering both of these 8th grade math standards to choose from as learning goals. One has to do with equations and inequalities, and the other is everyone's favorite, the Pythagorean theorem. One of these standards is taught in 5 grades or courses, and the other is taught in 3 grades or courses. Which is which? How'd you do? Let's try another one. One of these standards is important for geometry and math models, and the other is foundational to Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry, and math models. How about this one? One of these standards has 30 instructional days in the curriculum, and the other has 8. And finally, in real life, we use one of these standards to help us determine diagonal measurements and television sizes, and the other one we use to help us set up budgets, retirement accounts, and compare cell phone plans. So when we consider these 2 standards to focus more of our energy and time on with students who struggle, which one would you choose? Long-strand concepts are standards in our curriculum that students have time to learn, meaning the concept exists in the curriculum for at least 4 years, and they have relevance for them as adults. Learning they can use. What a concept! As you begin to use the Lead Forward Teacher Learning Reports to plan and monitor your instruction, you'll notice that some of the standards have this icon next to them. Those are the standards that meet the criteria for being a long strand concept. You may also be using the Lead Forward sorting cards. On the front of these cards, you'll find the knowledge and skills statement, the student expectation, the text cluster, and the same icon marks the standards that are long strand concepts. On the back of the card, you'll find the subcluster, the standard written in student-friendly language, an example if needed, and the standard number. The sorting cards are a great way to monitor progress of your students around the standards, or more specifically, around the long strand concepts. For each unit of instruction, students can sort the cards at the beginning of the unit into these categories. I can do this with help. I can do this on my own. I can do this in more than one way. Want to know more about the long strand concepts and some additional resources to help you in your decision-making process? Check out our workshop, Connecting Standards to Instruction, or CSI. In this workshop, you'll learn more about the long strand concepts, building stronger IEPs, and leveraging the standards to have a big impact. To find out more, visit us at leadforward.com/workshops, or join our EPLC webinar series, an online professional learning webinar series for special educators and inclusion teachers. Find out more at leadforward.com/sped-EPLC. When we learn, students grow. Happy planning!